So, but I wanted to say, and I'm being diplomatic now, is I think every system has its good side and bad sides. And you say there's a light leaning towards PMI. I'd love to hear what are the strengths of the PMI model that you like, and then maybe just to be fair, we can say what are some of the good sides. What do you like about the IPMA model as well? What is it about the?
So what I like about PMI that it's a pretty open field. So you have these 12 core competencies, and it's not so much defined exactly inside what it exactly means, these 12 competencies. So that's what I from a point of view.
So it's simpler, which makes it easier to work with. Is that what you're saying?
It's simpler, number one, but also since it's not yet so much defined inside in the model, it gives me more chance to.
I have to digest that because I hadn't thought about it, but I like what you're saying. Because ultimately, IPMA and PMI are not the experts on a lot of these things. Okay, they're professional associations which tap into the knowledge of subject matter experts to develop their models. And what you're saying, and is that if we look at the PMI model, which we've introduced at the beginning, is it basically has 3 core competency: technical, leadership, strategic, and business management. And then there's 8 performance domains and 12 deliverable principles. And I think there's a strong overlap between PMI and IPMA as always. Just the structuring and the vocabulary might be a bit different. But you said something valuable. It says, you know what? PMI is precise enough to create a rough framework, but constructively imprecise enough for you to fill the gaps.
Exactly.
I like that.
So it gives me more chance to be creative.
Yeah, and let's be fair. You're, as a psychologist who's dedicated his life to this, you're more the subject matter expert than either association is. To be fair, is there something in particular about the IPMA model that you like?
Yeah, very frankly, I really like it also because it has been elaborated very, very well. So there's been a lot of thinking, a lot of internal discussions, I guess, amongst the IPMA experts, how to things, how to clear. So it's very elaborate. So it's also very interesting. It's just different.
Yeah. So really what you're saying sounds like a paradox, but we've talked about paradoxes before. Yeah. There's an advantage to being a little bit more open, right? And there's also an advantage of being a little bit more precise in the vocabulary. Yeah. Some of the other models that we introduced, I'm assuming that you're familiar with them. I'd like to get your opinion on those real quick, if you don't mind. I think the simplest model is the T-shaped model. I think that's so basic that I don't think we necessarily need to discuss it. The T-shaped model is basically an explanation of all the other models. Are you familiar with the Lominger leadership competency model that Korn Ferry uses, the FYI? Yeah. Any comments on that? What do you think are some of the strengths of that one?
I think it's really very, how to say, again, IPMA related to, IPMA based in the sense that it's really elaborated.
Hold on just a second. Ah, Jesus Christ. The garbage truck just came by. Yeah. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
Luckily, we did not move on because then it's
Good.